Shout it out, everybody in the metaverse. Mad Max Stone VR here, back once again with some Zenith news. So they revealed the roadmap, but more exciting, they revealed the third class, the secret class that they've been waiting, hinting on, and it's the Cyber Ninja. Look at that, it looks amazing. I'm so hyped for this. So let's talk about a little bit about the Cyber Ninja. So they say the Cyber Ninja is a fusion of magic and technology, with the sole purpose of taking down enemies with stealth and precision, often using an array of gadgets to get the job done in style. For enemies at a distance, the Cyber Ninja can pull back a charged shot with its bow and take an enemy out before it even notices them. The hook shot, still experimental and might change, gives the Cyber Ninja a whole new type of mobility. Being able to quickly pull itself towards an enemy, for example, drop an explosive, then hookshot to a wall to quickly get out of the way before explosive turns the monster into a pile of ash. That sounds interesting. I hope you are all excited about the third class as we are. We think it's going to add a completely new way of approaching combat in Zenith, and we have a lot more that we're in the process of experimenting with and iterating on to make sure that it is truly as fun and addicting to play as the other classes. So unfortunately, we don't have yet an exact release date for it and haven't set everything in stone, so just know everything is subject to change at this point. Stay tuned though, we'll be teasing a lot more of its abilities, features, and gadgets in the future. So what do you think? What do you guys think of the new class, Cyber Ninja? Looks awesome. He's ranged and melee, right? It sounds like he's ranged and melee. So let's break this down for a minute. So it says that the Cyber Ninja is a fusion of magic and technology, with the sole purpose of taking down enemies with stealth and precision. So he's a mix of both classes. So he's like a warrior mage. You want to call it like a warrior mage? Like he has ability, like the abilities of the Blade Master and the range of a mage. Because that's what it sounds like, right? Because he has, from the looks of it, he has a ninja sword on his back, right? He has a hook shot, and they teased explosives because they said you could throw an explosive, use the hook shot, and get out the way before you blow up the. So he has explosives. He has a hook shot, which is like a grappling hook, which is awesome. That's awesome. Like the Batman hook, battering. You know what I'm talking about? Like the bat hook. Just shoo. That's cool. That's cool. That'll help with traversal and the stamina thing. I wonder how they're gonna implement that. But they said it's subject to change, so who knows. But moving on, it says that you have an array of gadgets to get the job done in style. For enemies at a distance, the Cyber Ninja can pull back a charged shot from its bow. So we got a bow and arrow. So we got a bow and arrow, and we got a hook. Okay, bow and arrow. So that means you know that's the solution to being arranged build, but you like to be up close and personal with the Blade Master, you know, with the swords. So that's kind of cool. That's like a middle class right there, connecting both classes. Because I picked Blade Master, and I love the Blade Master. I do. I love the Blade Master. But I get jealous sometimes of those two guns that the mages have. Sometimes I just want to back out my guns and just shoot the enemies, and I can't do that. So I gotta settle for tossing my swords like a frisbee. I don't know how many of y'all do that, but so this would be perfect. This would be a perfect. I'm jumping right on this class as soon as it drops. I might main this class depending on how they do this. This might be my main class. Okay, moving on. So the hook shot gives the ninja a whole new type of mobility, being able to quickly pull itself towards an enemy. So you can grapple an enemy. That's awesome. Instead of, just using it to climb up a mountain or climb up a tree, you can grab an enemy with it and I guess pull yourself to the enemy or pull the enemy to you, which is another awesome thing. I can't wait to see how that runs in VR. That's awesome. But see, it says being able to quickly pull yourself towards an enemy, for example, drop an explosive and then hook shot to a wall to quickly get out of the way before the explosive turns the monster into a pile of ash. Huh. So does that mean that the explosive that the Cyber Ninja has, will it be some type of AoE? And is it friendly fire? Like, can you get hurt by being in the vicinity of the explosion? Because then that brings into play your partners, your teammates, your crew that you're running with in Zenith. If you drop an explosive, you gotta yell, get out the way. If they don't see it, they might get hurt. It's interesting. I can't wait to hear more about the gadgets that they're talking about. Let's see. Moving along. Postmortem / roadmap. Let's get into it. We cannot thank you enough for believing in what we're building with Zenith. We know we have a long way to go, at least until we reach where we want Zenith to be. But we're just getting started with this journey. Building Zenith is going to be so much better with all of you as a part of it. We are absolutely blown away by how much love and support you've already shown, and it has encouraged and motivated us to want to work even harder and make Zenith not only our dream game, but also yours. So, going into the roadmap, it starts off with listening and transparency. Transparency and doing right by the player is a core tenet of Ramen's VR's DNA, and we will always do our best to share everything we are working on. At the same time, our biggest strength is our ability to change directions quickly based on community feedback. So we will not project our complete long-term roadmap as it's constantly changing and shifting. Understand that we want to be careful about creating expectations that may change. We will, however, strive to confirm all of the features that will eventually be in Zenith. Just understand that we cannot always commit to an exact timeline. Which is understandable, guys. I mean, come on, devs bust their ass to try and get things done. And sometimes working remotely, a lot of things get delayed, a lot of situations arise, and you gotta understand that there might be delays. I mean, how many times was this game delayed before it came out, right? And then it came out earlier than we expected it to. So, I mean, give them a chance, right? They started off great. It's a great start to an amazing game, and I can't wait to see what they got going on. So let's just give them a chance before we start picking up pickets and you know what I'm talking about, the mob, before the mob come out. Just let them do what they gotta do to make this game perfect, because guys, like, they gave us what we wanted. They gave us a RPG type, adventures type MMO in VR, and I love it. So, moving along, it says completed already post launch. So these are the things that they've already worked on since the game came out, right? Server stabilization and increased capacity. With crazy high numbers of people logging into Zenith all on launch day, our team worked around the clock to balance and optimize server loads and also handle elusive scaling issues that no amount of load testing was able to reveal beforehand. We also increased capacity by 15% per server, so they've allowed more people to join each shard, which is great. Because how many times you logged on and every shard is full, 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 full. I remember on launch day I posted a tweet with every single shard was full to the max within 5 minutes of the game launching. Like you couldn't log on whether you wanted to or not. You couldn't log on, which is a good thing. This is a good thing. That means a lot of people are playing the game. That means a lot of people are enjoying the game, and that means a bright future for the community, right? Because if it's a community-based game, the more people in the community, the more things you'll have to do, the more fun you'll have, the more it's a player-based game. You know what I mean? Moving along, they removed shard locking, which was great. So we then pushed out an update that removed shard locking so that players could more easily join different servers that their friends were on, and or switch servers for other reasons if they wanted to without having to wait 24 hours, which was crazy. That was crazy. Pre-launch and on launch day, they had a shard lock on the game where if you chose a server to play on, you were stuck playing on that specific server for 24 hours. You couldn't change it for 24 hours. So if you logged on to Wave Rider US East, for instance, and you logged out for whatever reason, if you went to log back in later in the day and it was full, you're fucked. Excuse my language. But you're done. You're done for the day. You can't log on to another server because you're stuck on this server, and you can't log into this server because it's full. So I'm glad that they removed that lock. Makes it easier for you to log into the game. So they also fixed multiple voice chat and login issues, though there's still some things that they're working on. The most glaring was voice chat and login issues have been resolved. We are now seeing a vast majority of people getting in the game when they want to play and having a smooth experience. By the way, if you had submitted a support ticket, we just want to thank you for your patience as we tried to work through these as fast as possible. We couldn't often respond as quickly as we would have liked. In just the first couple of days, we received over 3,000 support tickets. We were also working around the clock to help everyone as quickly as possible. This week, we hired an additional support agent to help get that response time lower, which is great because they hired another team. They hired another team to work on the game. Like, they're committed. They're committed. They're committed. I got a lot of love for these devs, man. They're transparent. I personally went through some issues, and I sent in a support ticket, and I logged on to Discord, and they were great. They were nice. They were fact based. They told me exactly what the issues were. They assisted me through the issue, and you know what I mean. They were not like other devs that have community blackouts after they introduce pay-to-win elements. Crystal Dynamics. Excuse me. I have allergies. Moving on. So, minor content update coming this month. This is the juiciness that we were waiting for, right? So, in-game alerts. They're adding in-game alerts. We know it's frustrating when a server restarts while you're in-game because you didn't get the notification on Twitter or our Discord about it happening. All of a sudden, your hands just freeze in an awkward position because the server is offline. Well, we built a new system for in-game alerts, so we will now be able to communicate better with players with important time-sensitive updates. So while you're in-game, you'll get a notification from the devs if something's going on that's major. That's another awesome thing. That's an easier way to communicate between the player base, the community, and the devs. It's great. New quests. They added 23 new side quests, including quests in each biome to make leveling up more fun and diverse. All you guys that were complaining about the quests being repetitive, which it's an MMO. It's a grind. That's what it is. But I understand. I feel your pain. I get the same. I just haven't felt it yet with Zenith. But I understand where y'all are coming from with not having enough side quests. So they added 23 more side quests in each biome. So I'm not sure if that means that there's an extra 23 quests in the game overall, or if there's 23 quests in each biome of the game. I gotta get more clarity on that. So, um, for now, moving on, they got a new armor tier. We added a new tier to the endgame armor and weapons that will give players something new to work towards obtaining in the endgame. They've tuned the Arborite balance to make him both more challenging, fun, and to give out better feedback when battling. They fixed several armor visual glitches. They've improved animations, upgraded and tweaked animations of the quest NPCs to bring out more of each character's distinct personality. So it's not just a clone of Mika. Mika by the bridge, not to get mistaken with Mika by the watchtower, not to get mistaken with Mika by the bridge, or not to get mistaken with Mika and the fractured plank. It's funny. But you know what's going on. So they fixed that. They each gonna have distinct character personalities to define to separate them, which is kind of cool. They fixed the crossbuy issue. They fixed an issue with a small percentage of cross-buy players who were unable to access the Rift version of the game when they bought it on Quest. And for all you guys who don't know, if you own the game on Quest, you own the game on Rift. So you have it on Quest and PC VR. Now, if you buy the game on PSVR, on PlayStation, and you own the game already on Quest or PC VR, you can seamlessly transfer your account back and forth. Like, I'll be playing on my Quest, and my desktop computer isn't strong enough to run VR like that, so I get stutters and shit. So I don't really play PC VR like that. But happy to inform you guys that when my battery died on my Quest, I just put on my PC VR, logged into Zenith with my same account and password, and boom, I was right back on the mountain where I was when my battery died on my Quest, playing on PlayStation. So it's compatible, it's cross-platform compatible with your account. You don't have to start a new account if you buy the game on a different headset. You can use your same account over every single headset, and I love that. I wish more games would do that. Moving on, they fixed they had some UI improvements. They made improvements to the UI to make progression clearer and explain certain things that were a bit confusing. Maybe like how to learn the scrolls. That took me a long time to figure out how to learn the recipe book, because there's nothing that tells you to take the item, put it over the recipe book, then grab it and then put it to your face until you learn it. Like, there's nothing that taught you that. I had to ask other players, so I learned how to use the recipe book. So I hope that's something that's part of that explanation. They've also had some miscellaneous improvements, lots of other general stability and quality of life improvements and game balance. As mentioned before, we're just getting started with Zenith and have so much more we'll be working on this year, and we're excited to show you soon. Things are subject to change, but currently, here's a quick overview of what we have planned for 2022. So this for 2022. Player housing, which sounds like a place for your clan, I guess. I guess that's like a place for you and your clan to meet up at, which would be awesome if they have that. Like, we're player housing means like we're gonna have our own cribs, we're gonna have our own place. I don't know. I don't know. I'm interested though. Additional life skills and crafting. So they're gonna have more crafting and more life skills they're adding to the game this year. More end game content. And the third class, the Cyber Ninja. Let's go! Cyber Ninja! Let's go! I can't wait for that. And much, much more. We'll try to do updates like this as often as we can. And guys, I will be making videos on every update. Every update they drop, I'll make a video on it. Just please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, help me out. It helps me out a lot. I'm a small streamer. Nobody knows me, so I'm not in the algorithm. So I would love to keep doing this stuff for you guys. I love this game, and I'll never sugarcoat anything. If there's something wrong with the game, I'm gonna let you know. So yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, man. And I'll update you every time they drop an update. Thank you again for believing in what we are building with Zenith. We're a small team with huge dreams and ambitions for Zenith, and it's only with your support that we have gotten this far. Please continue to give us ideas, feedback, and bug reports on description below. If you guys want to leave them some feedback, I'll leave it in the description of the video. And by filling out the surveys we sent out regularly to different groups. Thank you for such an amazing launch. We hope to see you in game soon. So, what you guys think of the roadmap? What do you guys think of the third class? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of the ninja, about his abilities, about that AoE, that explosion. Do you think it's gonna affect friendly fire? Do you think it's gonna be, or is not gonna affect, you know, the players at all? It's just the enemies. What do you think of the bow and arrow? And about the hook shot? Like, what do you guys think about being Batman and, like, for real? You know, it's enough that when you're gliding, strafing, you feel like Batman. They're adding the hook shot, the bat hook, guys. Like, so let me know what you guys think. What do you think of the game so far? What have you been playing every day? Did you make friends? I joined the gamecat dojo with the gamecats. I got a video up looking for PSVR Underground. Shout out to PSVR Underground too, and shout out to PSVR Without Parole. Those are gamecats. You know, check out their videos, man. They're amazing team. I love them I love the gamecats, man. So anyway, I joined the gamecats dojo. If you guys don't have a place to join, they don't have a clan, come join the clan. Find AJ in game, or find me, and I'll try and locate AJ for you and get you join the gamecat dojo. What do you guys think of them adding new life skills and new crafting? What do you think the new crafting is gonna be? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Please, just whatever y'all, even if it's good, if it's bad, I read every single comment and I'll respond back. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys like the content, and I hope to make more soon. And I hope to see you guys in game. I'm in game every day. You know me, Mad Max Stone VR. I'm in Wave Rider East. That's the server I'm always on, Wave Rider East. Not to be confused with Wave Rider 2 East or Wave Rider US 3 East. Just regular Wave Rider US East. Catch me in the game. You see me, say what's up. Say meow. You know what I mean? I'll catch y'all in the metaverse. It's Mad Max Stone VR. And this is Mad Max the Metaverse Gamecat VR channel. I'll see y'all in Zenith, guys. Have a good night.